We have now interrupted your regularly scheduled programming to bring you.
All right, and welcome back to another episode of the Warheads. I am Apocalypto Joe.
I'm Roscoe. What up?
I'm Silk Threads. What's good?
OG Joe, what up?
And as usual, we want to remind you to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, like the video so we can get it up in the algorithm. At any rate, we come here today to review the new Matrix 4 trailer, Matrix Resurrections, as it's being called. And I know we've all seen the trailer at this point, but I wanted to get you guys' take on it. What's your take on it, Zoe? You hardly ever go first. I want to see what your take on the trailer is.
Honestly, I'm not excited for it too much. Really just looks like a reboot of, I don't know. I mean, it looks like they're just trying to strike the match again with the same story. Just looks like, yeah. I mean, the only reason why I think I would watch it is just for the nostalgia that I already watched all of them already. So just finish it because I'm not really. Yeah.
So you don't think there's going to be anything new?
I mean, there probably could be, but it looks like it's just more background, scenery, the portal, just different things that are going to be catchy to people. Doesn't look like it.
What about you, Sil?
I'm a little shocked when I watched the preview of the movie. I was a little shocked to find him back in the simulation, back into the Matrix, and forgetting who he was. They had him taking the blue pills, so he was asleep. That's definitely letting you know that something happened afterwards that put him back into the simulation, into the Matrix. But another coming of age. Like Zoe said, it seemed like a reboot to me. For him having to find his power all over again. You know what I mean? How many times we gonna see him awaken as the one? I thought once you awoke, you don't go back to sleep. But it looks like it's gonna be action packed. That's what the Matrix movie is about. It's gonna definitely be layered deep with propaganda and symbolism. But we got to wait to see what that'll be about. But it do look like a reboot. Maybe Matrix 1.5. That's what it looks like.
That's crazy. Well, for me, I don't know. I don't know if it seems because I get what y'all saying about some of the trailer. It looks kind of like it looks rebootish, rehashed, because there's some similar kind of scenes and imagery that we'll see. But I really think that they're gonna use some of that to kind of subvert what we think we're gonna get from this, on some level. And I think they're gonna shock people and kind of twist it. It's gonna twist and turn into a whole nother story at some point, maybe. But yeah, me, it's not that I was blown away by the trailer so much, because I can't really say that I was, but I am intrigued. And just to go back to what kind of Silk was saying about, Neo being back plugged into the system. And I'm not sure what's going to happen in the movie, but I do remember that there was a deal that was struck at the end of, what was that, Revelations or whatever it was, where he did make a deal with the machines. So I don't remember what, or I'm not sure if that deal was even laid out, on what it consisted of, rather. But maybe he made some type of deal where he sacrifices himself to get himself put back into the Matrix or something. I don't know if that's it, but like you said, we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. But yeah, if I had to guess, I think there's little tinges of rehash, and then it's gonna kind of morph into something else.
Yeah, I'll say this. We all have lived with women in long-term relationships, held down the same job for a time. for some years, I would assume. And in that, wouldn't you say that we have the same look in week 5 or week 200 of a relationship that it was in week 100? It's going to look the same. This is the world of the Matrix, so it's going to be some similarities there. But the thing that I notice is when he goes to kiss Trinity. Trinity is not alive, at least from I can tell from the trailer. I think she's a simulation because you can see the code on her face. I think Trinity's dead. And I think Neo, he's carrying residual information over from the last time that he was with her. That's why when they meet, he's like, they're like, do I know you? Have we met before? I also looked at him looking at the birds in the sky. The birds in the sky were moving like those squid machines inside the Matrix. There's things like calling back to the old original Matrix, but I think, like Roscoe said, there's gonna be something new set up. Like it's gonna look like the Matrix because it is the Matrix, but it is called Resurrections. So I think that there are gonna be some elements that we have not seen before. Of course, it's the Alice in Wonderland theme going on here. So they're going to go deeper. I think a lot of times movie studios do a disservice when they show too much on a trailer. And I think they're just showing enough to call back the nostalgia to say, yeah, I would like to see what this new Matrix is about. And plus you can see all the themes, like all the Easter eggs, the people who are wearing Doogie Howser. What's his name? Neil Patrick Harris. He's wearing the blue glasses. Morpheus, he's never worn red before. In the old Matrix, he wore black and green. Now he has on a red shirt underneath. He's a little bit more adventurous in this one, as you can see, at least in a couple of scenes. And so I think there's going to be some new elements. I don't think they would just rehash the original Matrix, but they have to get people to the point of nostalgia to want to revisit that world again. And so that's what I'll say. However,
I was just about to throw in the fact that Roscoe was talking about the truce. Well, I just found the truce, and the truce was defined by Neo and the Dos Ex Machina was a ceasefire peace treaty between Zion and the machines that effectively ended the first machine war after centuries of ongoing warfare. It was only temporary to last for an unspecific amount of time. And the truth was Zion and his hovercrafts or any of the denizens would not suffer any attack from the Sentinels or the other machines. The Matrix could be freely visited by red pills to free the minds of those who choose to leave the virtual reality with no interference from the agents. And then the agents must still guard the Matrix from the disturbance that could cause problems for its blue pill residents or its stability, and the red pills must heed their authority. So that still don't like let in the why he's back in the Matrix. You know what I mean?
Because it's a John Wick's mix of Matrix. That's what it is.
Yeah.
What you said, that wasn't Neo, huh?
There's no reason for him to be back in the Matrix.
John Wick, man.
The truce he made didn't put him back in the Matrix as far as and this is from the Matrix Wiki. So
yeah, but John Wick was supposed to come out too, same time.
Originally, yeah.
So
the Matrix and John Wick.
It's just a preview of what you're gonna see in John Wick.
Segues between the movies.
What you say, Zoe? This John Wick on steroids?
Yep, pretty much.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I love John Wick.
John Wick off them shrooms.
John Wick on crack.
Hey, but I mean, it's got to be better than that new Fast and Furious. So.
Oh, let's not go there. But anyway. The one thing I wanted to do is transition the trailer to really think about how our world was back in 1999 versus how it is, 22 years later, 99? Yeah, 22 years later, 22, almost 23 years later. And the scene in the elevator when Neo is standing there with all the people with cell phones and they're all looking down and he's looking up. In 99, even though we had cell phones, we didn't really have smartphones until 2007. And as much as people were plugged in into the matrix in 1999, I want to have a discussion. What areas of life can you see that we've doubled down, tripled down, quadrupled down into going into the matrix? So much so that it's hard to even have a real conversation with anybody nowadays.
Well, I think you've already started with kind of the main culprit being the smartphone, but even before you get to the smartphone though, when they made the internet commercial for everybody, it's kind of where it starts. When they made that decision that it would be accessible to just your normal person, because I don't think that was the original purpose, at first. It's for everybody to have it, or at least as soon as we were able to have it. So I think it starts there. But then once you get to cell phones, I think it really kicks into overdrive, because you've come to a place now, and you start from what you say 2007 up to this point,
1999.
No, I mean just
but he's
as far as the
smartphones,
cell phone.
the smartphone.
Yeah. As far as the smartphone.
Right.
Yeah. So when you talk about that and the advent of that whole thing up to this point, and the effect that it's had on people, and think about how people are, locked in from the very moment that they wake up, that they become attached to their phone or a tablet or whatever, so people are very much plugged in from like the very second that they get up until the very second that they lay down. We're tapped into some type of technology.
Unpredicted programming.
Plugged in.
Right.
Yeah.
We're actually plugged in.
I will say this is my assessment as I look at things from 1999 to how they are today. Back in 99, you could play Snake on a cell phone. It was primarily for talking and texting. That's it. Now we live in this world where, so essentially the Matrix is a lie. That's what the Matrix is. Ignorance is bliss. That's what Cypher said when he was talking to Agent Smith. They wanted to be plugged back in. And so I do feel like we've been doubled down and quadrupled down on the lie. And here's why. Every aspect of our society is a lie. Our food is a lie. Back in the day, you had to go and kind of sneak to the little adult store if you wanted to see some porn. Now, these little kids, 9, 10, 11 years old, they got porn in the palm of their hands on tablets. They got the Oculus Rift where they can watch it and nobody can even see what they're doing now. The Matrix has become more encompassing, even with relationships. We live in such an inundated culture of side dude and side chick. These relationships aren't even real. You're literally living with people who are the enemy. They're pretending like they love you, and that's the Matrix. We can come together in our home, and that's the ignorance is bliss portion. But people are going out, I'm going to go get some butter from the store. I'm going to get some bread and milk. But they're really going to go see their side dude and their side chick. And all this, say that again?
I said, you ain't going to have to leave in a minute, because they coming out with peripherals with sex toys where it can get programmed and remote control remotely. So your partner can be somewhere off in data world, in the World Wide Web, and y'all put y'all peripherals on and just get the cyber sex of each other, and person-to-person contact is slowly,
that's crazy.
Going deep into that rabbit hole.
Talking about some Black Mirror shit.
Oh, right. That just remind me of
that. Yeah, you seen that shit?
Yep, that's just crazy.
But I mean, it's actually a company out now that's pushing that.
Oh yeah, but sex dolls are, sex dolls
No,
are gonna
not
be the
even
new way.
not even the sex dials. It's just the periphery, like the man
Oh,
out
just
the
the
men. You just put
yeah.
you stick yours on, she put hers
Yeah.
in, and it's controlled by your keystroke.
Y'all know
And
what's
y'all
so
sit there and
That's
watch each
gonna be
other
crazy.
on the video and do your thing.
Y'all know what's so funny about that? Because on the last season of Black Mirror, Yahya Mateen Abdul, the guy that's playing Morpheus on the new Matrix, he's having a love affair with Anthony Mackie,
But
who you know is Falcon from Falcon and the Winter Soldier and the new Captain America. They're having a
shit is
love
crazy.
affair through the Oculus Rift or something like that, man. It is crazy as hell.
Wow.
So you're
Yeah.
absolutely right. This Matrix is getting deeper, and the distraction, because all the Matrix is a distraction from the real world.
The real shit.
Like, there's some real stuff going on in the world right now, and they deliberately throw all these tools for the demons and stuff in our faces to keep us asleep, because that's what it's intended for, to keep you asleep, go to work, you know, be pointless, useless people until we need you to go out on the plantation and make us more money. This stuff is crazy, man.
Oh, we are on cattle, man.
Yeah.
Our cattle.
Look, I mean, look how they could do the weather manipulation. They, you know, we had all those fires, all in California, all that. But then in Dubai, when they needed rain, they just sent up drones into the clouds, and they got a rainfall. That was crazy. Like, they know how to manipulate it. They just know when to play it and when not to bring it out.
Right.
Yeah, no, I just think about, you know, well, I think about a lot of things. I go back to thinking about what you said and how this affects the relationships of people. You know, there's so many, even I've went through the situation more than a few times, you know, when you think about like technology and how it's introduced social media to us and all this other stuff, and how that's affected a lot of relationships, you know, around the world, you know, and not just through trying to contact somebody to get in somebody's DM or something, but just because you're just so plugged in. And there's been a lot of relationships that have come to an end because this person is spending too much time on their laptop, you know, or spending too much time, you know, maybe in some of these virtual rooms that Silk is talking about, you know what I mean? Having these virtual orgies or whatnot. But yeah, no, it's just crazy that this world that we live in. And like I said, I hope that we can get to a point. I don't see it happening, but it would be nice to get to a point where we can kind of put down some of this technology a little bit and decompress a little bit.
Yeah, because they don't.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, because now they don't even have to watch us. Everybody does their job for them. You know what I'm saying? You put it on social media, you put it on MySpace, Facebook, Twitter, anything, all of the camera locations, all, like, they know where you are all the time. They know what you're doing. So they're basically just letting you be, because you're gonna put it on there. You're doing their job for them.
Right, you data mining. You know, you're giving them all the information they want.
And nobody looks at anything they sign. When they sign up for anything for the computer, they just agree just to get to the app, just to get to the game, just to get to the email. You know how much your shit fills up with spam? Like, look at all those people that have your information, and they're trying to get you to get some. And then it's crazy, man. It's people don't think.
You're absolutely right.
Want it quick.
Yeah, everybody wants it now. They don't want to wait.
Right.
And sign your life away, and you can get it in 3 seconds. All right, go.
You're done.
Right.
They were signing it before you finished the question.
Right, and that's part of the overarching agreement that we have with this system. It's a price to be paid to be plugged into the matrix, as they say. So I'll just say this. Since, you know, we've picked apart the trailer for all we can, it's just the first one, and for where we are in society. The Matrix is very much a evil thing. And we do need people to wake up out of it, to be able to connect with one another on a real level without the lies, without the deception that the Matrix offers us. And so, with that being said, like the only thing I can say to our watchers, and for now and in the future, get back to going outside with your family. Turn off the television and your tablets and your cell phones for like 2 hours a night, and just really connect with the people that you say you love. Read a book together. Go on those old school adventures. Have true game nights every week. Really talk to your kids. Don't just let them drift off into this world that's really training them. The Matrix is real, and very few people are able to take that red pill and digest it and move forward in a positive way. But that's all I have to say. Y'all got anything to say before we get up out of here?
I know. I'm sorry, Joe.
No, go ahead, man.
I know with me, I think when it's all said and done with this, I think this is an intriguing story overall. All of the movies included, even the animation. I wasn't even aware of some of the things like I just became aware of the fact when you talk about the movie franchise, and the fact that kind of the machines weren't the ones who first started this war in the Matrix. It was the humans who became paranoid over something that they created, So I think the underlying thing that I think is that's lying here, or it needs to be said, is that there needs to be a balance. The machines and the humans were able to find some type of truce, and I think that that could kind of be used as a metaphor to say that maybe we should not be so tapped in and find, like Joe V said, the balance of getting out and actual doing physical things, and not being tapped into the laptop, the phone, the tablet, and just get out and take a walk, have a picnic or something, you know what I mean? Go take a bike ride or something, so
witness life.
Yeah. So I think that I think within that story is just talking about balance. That's all.
Right. At any rate, like, comment, subscribe, check out our page, hit that bell notification, help us get our algorithm up. Warheads out, baby.